very good afternoon. Welcome to World Now, to Africa Today. I beg your pardon. I am Peace Ogenegbawe. First, let's talk the headlines. On the headlines, FG to capture school security in budget. Senegal ruling coalition loses absolute majority. Mass burial in Congo for Congolese killed at anti-UN protest. And on sport, Falcons captain nominated for Golden Foot Award. Now the news in detail. Nigeria's Vice President Yemi Osinbajo says the current security challenges and threats require the military and other relevant stakeholders to take bold steps ahead of perpetrators and boost local production of armaments. Osinbajo stated this during a virtual interaction and presentation of Defense Transformation and National Security by the National Defense College Course 30 participants. He says, given the current realities in Nigeria's security situation, there is every need for fast forward all plans for the future so that Nigeria can be much more effective in dealing with current threats, while making a case for improved investment in defense industries corporation, that is DECON. Osinbajo noted that every country of the world takes advantage of the crisis that it faces. He also commended the course participants for their efforts in proposing innovations in the defense sector, while emphasizing the urgency of local production of arms. The Vice President also spoke about the need for transparency in the management of resources meant for the acquisition of hardware for the defense and security agencies. The federal government of Nigeria has promised to include the security of schools in the 2023 budget, and this was said during an event in Abuja by the Minister of Finance, Budget and National Planning, Zainab Ahmed, who said in the 2023 budget, the government will make sure specific budgets to support financing of safety in Nigerian schools is allocated. She noted that the federal government would also be encouraging states to make specific commitments to safety of schools.
In this start, we make sure that we make specific budgetary provisions to support financing and safety of our schools.
The subnationals say provision of a safe...
She also said the Federal Ministry of Finance, Budget and National Planning had established a committee with members drawn from the relevant ministries, departments and agencies, including the Federal Ministry of Education, the military and other security agencies for this purpose. And now to Benue State, where the government has inaugurated a community volunteer guard outfit, and this was done by the governor of the state, Samuel Otom. While speaking at the launch of the Volunteers Guards in Makurdi, he said the guards are designed to address community security and safety, adding that the volunteer guards were not established for political purposes ahead of 2023 general elections.
The conventional security agencies in the state to address emerging security issues. The law had to be amended by my administration to pave way for the volunteer guards to assist the conventional security agencies to curb insecurity in Benue State. By the provisions of the new law, the Benue State Community Volunteer Guards can therefore now carry legally approved weapons, which we have duly provided and will provide.
Benue has witnessed several herdsmen attack in recent years, and the community volunteer guards outfit is expected to reduce such incidents. Away from that story, we bring you this other story where in Abuja, Nigeria's capital, a forum has identified factors that will determine the quality of 2023 elections, which among them is professionalism of policing agency, the state of security of the country, and level of interagency cooperation. The Inspector General of Police, IGP Usman Alkali Baba, gave the assurance in Abuja at a meeting with senior police officers from the rank of commissioners and above. The police boss vowed that the force under his watch would not leave any stone unturned at ensuring that the 2023 election is free, fair and credible.
Whichever way we look at these variables, the reality remains that the Nigeria police is fundamental to the drive to guarantee an internal security space that will be free of threats that could expose our democratic heritage to risk and other conducive enough.
The Chief of Defense Staff, Lucky Irabo, vowed that the security forces under his watch would secure the nation.
Whichever way we look at these variables, the reality remains that the Nigeria police is fundamental to the drive to guarantee an internal security space that will be free of threats.
We apologize for that mix-up. Also speaking was the Independent National Electoral Commissioner, Chairman Yakubu Mahmoud, who said the 2023 election would be free, fair and credible.
Ensuring the safety and security of voters, election personnel and materials, candidates, party agents, observers, the media and transporters are enormous. This responsibility has become more challenging in the context of the current security situation in the country.
This is Africa Today. When the news returns, news from other parts of West Africa. Just stay with us. You're welcome back. The United States Ambassador to the UN, Linda Thomas-Greenfield, has arrived Ghana on a 2-day visit. She will be visiting markets and meeting smallholder farmers to assess the local resources and how best the U.S. can work with Ghana to alleviate food insecurity across the country. Currently, a similar project is in operation in the northern region. Ambassador Thomas-Greenfield is also expected to deliver a speech on U.S. foreign policy and food security initiatives across Africa and the impact of the global food crisis caused by Russia's invasion of Ukraine. Linda Thomas-Greenfield is also expected to meet President Nana Akufo-Addo and Foreign Minister Charlie Ayoko Botchway to discuss regional security and Ghana's priorities at the UN Security Council. Meanwhile, Electoral Commission in Senegal says the governing coalition has lost its majority after Sunday's parliamentary elections. It won 82 seats of the National Assembly's 165, 2 more than the main opposition alliance. The 3 remaining seats went to smaller groups who now hold the balance of power. Correspondents say the outcome reflects dissatisfaction with President Macky Sall, who has not ruled out running for a 3rd term in office. The term limit is currently 2, but opposition had earlier called for the publication of the results to be postponed because of alleged irregularities. We now move to other parts of Africa after this break. Do stay with us. Welcome back. Ethiopia has accused a team of Western diplomats of appeasing Tigrayan forces during a recent trip to Mekelle, the capital of the embattled northern region. The European Union's Special Envoy for the Horn of Africa, Annette Weber, her U.S. counterpart, Mike Hammer, and ambassadors from 5 other Western countries traveled earlier in the week to the region and met senior figures, including Debretsion Gebremichael and leader of Tigray People's Liberation Front, that is the TPLF, Redwan Hussein. The Prime Minister's security advisor and a member of a negotiating team set up by Addis Ababa said this in a tweet, that diplomats failed to press unequivocal commitment for peace talks during their travel. In a joint statement following their trip, the envoys called for the resumptions of basic services in Tigray, including banking, electricity, and telecommunications. Meanwhile, in a statement on Thursday, Tigrayan forces accused the International Commission of Human Rights Experts on Ethiopia, an investigation body set up by the UN, of intentionally eschewing meaningful communications with the region. The funeral of protesters killed during an anti-UN protest in East Democratic Republic of Congo is set to take place today. This comes 4 days after a tribute ceremony was held for UN workers who also died during the demonstrations. Protests erupted in the city of Goma last week as civilians accused the UN peacekeeping mission, MONUSCO, of failing in their mission to combat armed groups. Flyers with the words "Bye Bye MONUSCO" has been distributed across Goma as activists call for people to close their businesses and take the day in memory of those who died here recently. The UN's peacekeeping mission has been operating in eastern DR Congo for more than a decade, and it is the second largest peacekeeping mission in the world. Earlier this week, a MONUSCO special representative of the UN Secretary General told newsmen that peacekeeping mission would be evaluated. In a related development, more than 5,000 people are attending a mass burial for 10 protesters killed during recent anti-UN demonstrations in DR Congo. There is disagreement over who shot the protesters, as activists say MONUSCO peacekeepers were to blame, while MONUSCO accuses some demonstrators of snatching weapons from Congolese police and opening fire. Up next is business news on Africa Today. Do stay with us. Welcome back. The World Bank has disbursed $8.5 billion to Nigeria in order to take care of critical issues ranging from agriculture to education. While disclosing this on Thursday in Abuja, the World Bank Country Director to Nigeria, Shobham Chaudhuri, noted that the amount was the largest of any country. In a statement, he noted that it was still infinitesimal compared with the needs of Nigeria, stressing, however, that around $2.5 billion to $3 billion of the fund has been channeled towards education. And moving away from that story, still on business news right here on Africa Today, we bring you this one that the ambassador to the United Nations on Thursday said African nations are free to buy grain from Russia, but could face consequences if they trade in U.S. sanctioned commodities such as Russian oil. She added that if a country decides to engage with Russia where there are sanctions, then they stand the chance of having actions taken against them. The Russian foreign minister, who dismissed charges that his country's invasion of Ukraine is solely responsible for the dangerous food crisis in countries ranging from Somalia to South Sudan, says that Uganda is one of the 25 African countries that abstained or didn't vote in the UN. Still to come,
Tonight, I'm pleased to announce that the United States will provide an additional $20 million to help Uganda to expand investments in fertilizer, grains, and other crops with the goal of increasing resilience to future shocks.
Still to come, sports news on Africa Today. Just stay with us.
Good afternoon and welcome to Sports News on Africa Today. I am Ainan Lubem. Now to Sports News. Team Nigeria's national anthem was sung twice at the ongoing Commonwealth Games in Birmingham, following medal-winning performances from Goodness Nwachukwu and Alice Oluwafemi-Ayo. The duo set new world records in both the women's discus throw and women's para-powerlifting heavyweight event. Nwachukwu threw 34.84 meters to break her own world record, which she achieved on March 20 in South Africa when she threw 33.35 meters, while Oluwafemi-Ayo recorded a total point of 123.4 kg in her event. Recalled earlier, Chioma Onyekwere grabbed the gold medal after a series of outstanding throws, while another light winner, Amechi Obiageri, finished on the podium with a bronze medal in the same event. Chioma Onyekwere believes African athletes will make their presence felt in the field after becoming the first Nigerian woman to win a gold medal in a discus throw at the Commonwealth Games.
It's amazing. It's our first Commonwealth, so it's amazing to come out for our first Commonwealth and both get on the podium and represent Nigeria well and get season best and close to season best. So it's a great accomplishment. It's a great testimony to our season.
Also, Obiageri commented on her win and vowed to get more medals for Team Nigeria.
It's a very special day for me. I'm very proud to be representing Nigeria on the senior team. These are my first senior competitions after graduating from college, so it's a big deal for me to come out here, to have these experiences and get this exposure and to be part of this team. It really is a blessing and I'm so grateful to be here today.
Away from that one now to Nigeria's Super Falcons, captain Onome Ebi has been nominated among the 50 female players selected for the inaugural Women's Golden Foot Award. In the past, the award was for the male players, but the organizers have decided that female players would also be awarded, and it will commence in 2022. Ebi and Bayana defender Matlow were selected from Africa. Ebi, who has appeared in the last 4 FIFA Women's World Cup, is expected to be fit for the 2023 event in Australia and New Zealand. And that's sports news on Africa Today. Back to Peace for the rest of the news.
Welcome back. Now to the rest of the news. Gunmen have abducted the traditional head and 3 others at Agokpanu, axis of Owo-Ikare Road in Ondo State. The victims include the traditional head of Oniku of Iku, High Chief Mukaila Bello, a former House of Assembly candidate for Akoko Northeast constituency, Yeye Gbafinro, a chieftain of All Progressives Congress, Adeniro Adeyemo, and a community leader, Bashiru Adekile. Reports added that the driver of the vehicle was macheted by the gunman and now is receiving treatment at the Federal Medical Center in Owo. On Thursday evening, this happened as they were on their way from Akure to Ikari. There are no further information as at the time of filing this incident as to their whereabouts. And that's Africa Today. But before we go, here are the headlines again. We told you that the federal government is to capture school security in budget. Senegal ruling coalition has lost absolute majority. And there was a mass burial for Congolese killed at anti-UN protest. And on sports, Falcons captain has been nominated for Golden Foot Award. Remember to visit us on Facebook at Hills TV, Instagram at Hills TV, subscribe to our YouTube channel at Hills TV. I am Peace Ogedegbawe. Thank you for watching.